today we finna look at all of Ash's Johto gym battles and rating them, but with a twist. Last episode, in addition to rating the Kanto battles out of 10, we determined whether the win itself was fair or a little Mickey Mouse, a little fraudulent, and built up our guy Mickey accordingly. This time, I'ma still give my 2 cents, but instead of me giving the final say, give it up for my first ever guest appearance, AI Mickey Mouse, who will be fed the episode details and give us the verdict whether Ash gets a pass or if he should be sentenced to the clubhouse. For example, this is what he had to say about that horrible Sabrina episode from last time.
Oh boy, Ash! Against Sabrina, your Haunter just made her laugh instead of fighting Kadabra head-on. Haha, that doesn't sound like a real win to me. So sorry, pal, but this one's a Mickey Mouse victory. Head to the clubhouse.
Alright, y'all, let's get it poppin', starting with... So as Ash and them pull up on Falkner's gym, they get finessed by what may be the worst Team Rocket disguise to date. Like last season, we had face paint, we had wigs, we had effort, you feel me? Today, these dudes done put on some glasses and said, shit, we the Pokemon examination crew. Like, who was falling for that?
It sounds pretty official.
Okay, that's who's falling for that. They really hit him with the, let me hold that chunky yellow rat of yours. Yeah, definitely defected and ran away. Yeah, I'm gonna lie, zero sympathy on that one, man. Even as they ran away with the most identifiable haircuts in the show, it wasn't until their big ass Meowth balloon rose into the sky and the theme started playing until they finally realized. Now, despite being super preventable, this is pretty routine stuff, you know, so I'm like, alright, Ash finna get busy, get into some pop the balloon, and we blessed. Except Team Rocket was ready for Heracross's hungry ass this time and set out a honey distraction. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, it's making a lot of sense. This guy always sucking on them damn honey packs, no wonder he be tripping. Y'all two in the same boat as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I saw the leaks. So anyways, we still need to get the rat back, and today's savior was Falkner, who glided in on a paraglider and sent Team Rocket packing. So these two introduced themselves, bonding over both having owned Pidgeots, but Falkner shows he's got a little screw loose when asked if flying types were really his favorite. Yes, obviously flying types are my favorite, cause they're literally the best, and people always say electric types have an advantage, and it makes me so mad. Missy chimed in too, like, yeah, I can't stand that shit either. They always think they're better than water types. Y'all sassy as hell for what, knowing damn well Pikachu sitting right there listening. But shit, I mean, I guess we about to find out. Now, what kills me is that Ash sends out his first Pokemon, Chikorita, and Falkner goes, don't you know that grass types are widowy weak against flying types? You're such a disgrace to Pidgeot owners. Ash is like, bitch, the way you was talking outside, I would've thought you never seen a type chart before. And for once, I'm with him. So they start yapping and scrapping, and after some back and forth of vine whips and razor leaves, and pegs and tackles, the owl eventually swoops in and knocks out Chikorita in one shot. So Ash realizes that he was pretty much finessed into the tight mismatch and goes with Pikachu for his set. He starts off with agility to up his speed and then makes quick work of Hoop with a Thunder Shock and Quick Attack. So Falkner then sends out Dodrio that declares,
unfortunately for you, none of my opponents have defeated Dodrio.
Unfortunately for you, none of my opponents have ever beaten Dodrio.
Come on, bro, we know that's cap. So now it's time for Pikachu versus Pidgeot, and I'm like, no way he sweeps, right? Well, to be honest, he probably would've. Somehow, as he was sending out a Thunderbolt, the rat ran out of juice. It's like he picks and chooses when to be a legendary and when to be a bum. And who was Ash's last Pokemon? I ain't gonna lie, something about this feels like smurfing. It's a new region, bro. I mean, to be fair, Pidgeot did kind of give Charizard the business, temporarily injure his wing. But what's funny about this is as Ash is thinking about what he should do next, Falkner chimes in like, forfeit, a Charizard that can't fly is nothing more than a warm reptilian quipple. I ain't gonna lie, my guy is a weirdo. There's someone about him we don't know. So this was enough motivation to get Charizard to fly up, and Falkner proceeded to spam the same move over and over again. Dodge a Charizard flamethrower with agility to sneak up behind him, then hit him with Quick Attack. Until eventually, Ash clocked the gimmick and instead aimed the flamethrower behind him in anticipation before sending that bird packing with the ultimate finishing move, Seismic Toss. And bada bing, bada boom, that's the badge. So Ash beat him pretty comfortably, I'd say. He beat 2 fully evolved Mons at gym number 1, although he did use his super broken Charizard, but Falkner really sucked at battling. Not a bad performance, but only mildly impressive. I'ma give him a 6.5 out of 10. Now Mickey, what you thinking?
Oh boy, Ash! Pikachu couldn't beat Pidgeot, and you had to rely on Charizard to save the day. Ha ha! It feels like you just out-muscled Falkner instead of really earning it. This one's a Mickey Mouse win. Head to the clubhouse.
Say no more, say no more. Now if Falkner bugged you, just wait until. Now you think that Bugsy should be light work for a man with a Charizard, but the writers clocked this too, cause I swear to God they plopped this episode right after he sent that boy for army training at Charcific. So Ash, your boy, gotta get a little more creative. Luckily, he got an equally fiery beast that has subbed in for Charizard. So Cyndaquil's first test in this 3v3 was Bugsy Spinnerack, but the man couldn't use fire type moves because, let me make sure I'm reading this right, he was too cold. His Pokeball Canadian or something? So he just wasted like 5 minutes of time running away from drink shots and poison stings or being forced to sub out. Playful ass 1v1. And who does he send out? Wouldn't be my choice, but hey, a sweet scent and a tackle was enough for the revenge kill, so whatever works. Next up was Metapod, and I'm thinking, what are we really doing, bro? Chikorita tries Vine Whips and Razor Leaves, but the Metapod just uses Hardy. And after a third attack attempt, the Cuckoo deadass jumped into the air, then slammed into Chikorita with tackle, one-shotting in the process. He lost to a Metapod. Weazy, type mismatch. Nigga, grass type, ass type, I don't give a shit. This is inexcusable. Ash is clearly threatened by this green Piccolo dingaling thing, so he sends out Big Pika, who eventually fries him with Thundershock as he should. But now it's time for Bugsy's final mon, and Ace, who was none other than Scyther. And I ain't gonna lie, that boy was putting the paws on Pikachu, bro. Dodging around with double team, sneaking up behind him, then just fury cutting him till he got KO'd. A man like me would have thrown in the towel, cause what is the flameless porcupine rat echidna bitch ass punchable anteater gonna do? Yeah, I'm on his ass, I know what he grows into. But to my surprise, his flame is actually turned on. Now at first, Bugsy smirked and revealed to us his ultimate defense against fire type moves. You know, he deal with this on the regular, and that's by spinning around with Sword Stance to repel the fire. But after some minor struggles, Ash came up with this brilliant plan of having Cyndaquil fly up into the air, spin around violently, and then flamethrower from a top-down angle, burning Scyther to a crisp. Alright, okay, this one, not a bad performance. Cyndaquil did his thing, lost a mon to a Metapod, but he won legitimately. I'm feeling generous, I'm say 8. Pretty impressive, but Cyndaquil really should have rolled them. Mickey?
Oh boy, Ash! You really held your own against Bugsy, and Cyndaquil battled through the hits to secure that win fair and square. Ha ha! That's not a Mickey Mouse victory, pal. Stay out of the clubhouse.
Now we should all be familiar with Whitney out of Goldenrod City. Matter of fact, I know some of y'all probably lost to her. Not me, of course, but I'm different. And as they rock up to the gym, they find that it is closed. So they decide to explore the city in the meantime, until the little clumsy rat slammed into this Clefairy. After Clefairy cussed out his whole lineage, they find this anonymous pink-haired woman who decides to console Pikachu's boo-boo. And take a look at this nigga.
I bet one of those treatments would work wonders for me.
I ain't gonna lie though, I kinda miss Brock. They don't make simps like him anymore. Everybody wants to be the nonchalant dreadhead who just mews and looks maxes and magically becomes a shorty magnet. Bruh, this is true love. So Whitney begins to tour them around Goldenrod to find stuff to do to kill time, until she hears about Ash's goal to beat the gym. She responds to by offering to open the doors for him, and Ash's misogynistic ass replies with,
Are you the gym's cleaning lady?
y'all lucky I'm a man who believes in forgiveness, cause this man is one at Weazy Worldwide twit logger away from cancellation, no bullshit. Ironic he said cleaning lady as well, cause somebody definitely got mopped up. First matchup was Nidorina and Cyndaquil, and I ain't gonna lie, Cyndaquil tortured. Now I personally would say this is very Mickey, cause that is not a normal type, but that ain't my role no more. Next up was Clefairy, whose whole gimmick was Metronome, an RNG move that could be anything from tackle to roar of time. So I'm wondering what sort of insane attack she about to pull out the Duffy. Surf, earthquake, rock slide.
A splash attack?
Yo, Mickey, yo ass better be listening with them big ass ears you got. This shit is getting ridiculous. Cyndaquil then scared Clefairy off, causing Whitney to send her back. Not even on some pivot shit. She ain't allowed to sub, so Clefairy effectively fainted. But as we know, them first two mons are just filled. Whitney proceeded to send out the ace we all know her for.
Holy cow!
Holy cow was right. This Miltank had one thing and one thing only in her arsenal. Rollout. The ultimate snowball attack where every time it lands, it just does more and more damage. I mean, this shit just slammed Cyndaquil with the type advantage, and it's like, damn, this really might get sticky. Totodile was sent out next, but this cow was already too buffed. That shit had Totodile seeing stars. So naturally, Ash turned back to his get out of jail free card like, alright bruh, this is all you, Pikachu. Yeah, this is all him for show. With your dumbass. Palatown's finest, ladies and gentlemen. Haha, GG Ash. Well, I guess the G wasn't that G for you, but I win some, you lose some. Let me know if you want a rematch. Toodles. Ooh, I want to snap these damn Pokeballs in half. Ash took a more depressed approach. There's no point in rematching. Ash, there's no chance. Golly, bruh, is y'all good? It really be your own too. This is what one Miltank does to a man. You might as well go lactose intolerant after that shit. So after Ash heads to the Pokemon Center to pick up his healed mods, Whitney walks in and does one of the slickest forms of BM I'd have never seen. She takes the gang to her dairy farm and offers them and their Pokemon milk to replenish their strength. Now Weezy, how's that BM? She's just being nice. Nah, fuck that. You and your Pokemon just got daddied by this Miltank, or Mommy, I guess, whatever the fuck. Anyways, and now you're drinking her milk to heal up? What happened to a trainer's pride, bruh? Look how happy they are. Now, I normally just want to skip to the point where they get back to the gym to battle, but unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I literally cannot do that because that never happens. Because instead, after Ash gets protected by Whitney and her milk tank from Team Rocket, he damn near gets on his knees and begs to extend his stay on the farm to learn all about milk tanks. He brushed them, he milked them, he got bodied by them. He even watched Whitney train with them. What in the fucking insider info, bruh? This ain't cheating? So Team Rocket must have been extra hungry this episode because they spin back in the barrel, steal Pikachu and milk tank, and start rolling towards the rest of them. Ash then has the bright idea of water gunning ditches in the ground, causing the barrel to mess up its momentum and eventually stop dead in its tracks. So this works and they get rid of Team Rocket. But this strategy he had inspired him to ask Whitney for a practice, and listen to me as I say this, unofficial match. Again, what is this, bro? We just get practice matches against our literal opponent till you get it right? Zero fucking stakes? Now obviously I got a few issues with this, but to make matters worse, upon applying his little water ditch bullshit he got from Team Rocket on Whitney's milk tank in a rollout, Ash ended up winning. Except it's not even like he just used Totodile. That man used Cyndaquil to get some initial damage in. That man got packed. Totodile dug the ditches. That man got packed. And Pikachu hid in the ditch, did this WWE shit, and then barely KO'd the milk tank. So 3v1, but hey, you know what? At least it's unofficial, right? Right?
It's the plane badge.
Get the fuck out of here, bruh. So, lost the first battle, considered retirement, got a free field trip to learn everything about his opponent, won off an unofficial rematch, drank the milk, decently creative strategy though. I'm gonna give him a 2 out of 10, only because the strategy was decent. Nah, actually, where the fuck was hair across his honey-eating ass during all of this? Yeah, fuck that, bro. 1 out of 10. Mickey, talk to me.
Oh boy, Ash! Beating Whitney by just using the battlefield instead of out-battling that milk tank head-on? Ha ha! That strategy was clever, but it wasn't a clean win. This one's got Mickey Mouse written all over it. Head to the clubhouse.
Facts! Yeah, he ghosted against Whitney, but not nearly as much as... Now, all the background you need about Morty is that he's a ghost specialist, he's a teacher, and his Gengar Shadow Ball is this powerful. So Ash walks in on his lecture and demands his battle. And I guess it's fuck the students because they get right to it. 3v3, standard rules, with only Ash being allowed to sub if he wants. Now Ash's whole strategy for this battle was to use Noctowl's Foresight, which allows you to see ghost types and start to be able to use normal type attacks. I personally always make sure to take this shit off my Pokemon ASAP no Rocky, but W strategy. So the plan starts off blessed, you know, Noctowl comes in, reveals the Ghastly, subs out for Pikachu, and it was time to really get busy. Okay, hold on. This might not be as easy as I thought. Cyndaquil came through though, and it just took a bit of bobbing and weaving and a tackle to get the revenge kill. So now at 1 apiece, Haunter is sent out and Morty reveals one of his secret weapons. Remember how I said only Ash is allowed to sub out his mons? Well, guess what Haunter got?
Mean look, Haunter.
Mean look. So after trapping him here and explaining what this means, Haunter straight harassed Cyndaquil. Yo! Hey man, they do say this type of shit comes in cycles, but I'm done. Needless to say, Cyndaquil got dealt with, leaving Ash only Noctowl to deal with not only Haunter, but also the final mystery Pokemon. Ooh, I wonder what it is. Fuck off. So shit starts off a little techie because Noctowl gets hit with Confusion, but then the tide was shifted so much so fast, y'all just gonna have to listen up. Haunter's about to use Nightshade to finish the job, right? But Ash says, fuck it, use Tackle. Noctowl listens and goes for it and gets hit with the point blank Nightshade, which allegedly was so strong that it broke him out of Confusion. A little sus, but listen. Brock then says,
Now Noctowl's looking stronger.
why the fuck would that be the case? But I digress, maybe he's just yapping. Except then, miraculously, Noctowl's eyebrows start glowing, which apparently means he learned Confusion.
I've never seen a Pokemon learn a new attack during a gym match.
Me neither, bruh. So this leaves Morty down to his last mon, which is, surprise, surprise. So Noctowl tries out this new Confusion, but that gimmick is dealt with by Shadow Ball. Noctowl tries Foresight, but that gimmick is dealt with by an onslaught of Nightshades. But then Ash said fuck it, and went, send Confusion throughout the whole arena. Yeah, this shit not even safe, bruh. Whole gym leaving with CTE. So he got that going, hit him with that Foresight, and then one tackle attack sent that boy through the roof, then back down to the floor. Boom. Pretty standard shit, Noctowl masterclass, but the power buff was a little strange. But to be fair, Morty was seeing all type of ghost type attacks on normal type Noctowl. I'm gonna give it a slight 6. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but the shit was a little weird. Mickey, what you saying?
Hey, Ash! Against Morty! You stayed cool and outsmarted his spooky ghost types with some clever strategies. Ha ha! That win was definitely earned, pal. Stay out of the clubhouse!
Now, Chuck's an interesting character. When they pull up to the island that he's on, they catch the man sparring with 𝙏𝙖𝙥. I ain't gonna lie, he was buggy. He's a lunatic, but he's a warm-hearted lunatic, because after he got hit with a submission, my man burst into tears of joy, and even the 𝙏𝙥 started crying, because he got 𝙏𝙥ed up. After Ash and them introduce themselves to him, Chuck invites them over to the dojo for a meal and a battle, which is like Netflix and chill for anime heroes. So this battle is a 2v2. It starts with Chuck's Polyrath versus Ash's Pikachu. But after taking a few Thunderbolts and retaliating with a double slap, Pikachu gets folded. Now this shit slightly pissed me off as a kid. How the fuck you losing to a double slap? Ash holding him too like he just got out of the battle of his life. Come on, bro, stop it. You just got one shot by 𝙏𝙖𝙥 at his dartboard, bro. Be fucking for real. Ash then sends out Bayleaf, which is bold because even though he got the type advantage on Polyrath, he's gonna have to deal with 𝙏𝙥 after too. Bayleaf gets it cooking early with a Razor Leaf, followed up by a Vine Whip, which has Polyrath dizzy. Chuck then tries to get Polyrath to lock in, but one follow-up body slam and that boy was in the dirt. Oh my god, Polyrath, you battled so well. Get a room. So 𝙏𝙥's up next, and after Chuck does this weird shit over here to psych himself up, they get straight to it. Bayleaf is able to dodge 𝙏𝙥's attacks at first, but eventually he takes a hit from Karate Chop. 𝙏𝙥 then goes in for another attack, and Bayleaf grabs him with Vine Whip, putting them in a sort of tug-of-war scenario. Brock on the sideline suggests that Ash suddenly releases hella slack on the Vine Whip to make 𝙏𝙥 lose his footing. I'm thinking, damn, that's low-key smart, but Ash was like, nah, fuck that, I mustn't. That would be too pussy, Brock. Shit, man, each to their own. Bayleaf starts sliding towards 𝙏𝙥, allowing him to get off his signature submission attack and launch him into the air. This is the same shit that had Chuck finish earlier, but these two are too locked in. Bayleaf goes for another Vine Whip in the air and hits him with his own makeshift submission. Once he's down for the count, Bayleaf then hits him with the body slam and a Razor Leaf combo, and that's all it took. Now, when I think Bayleaf, I do be thinking body slam, so it makes sense that it's this OP, but then I searched it up. 𝙏𝙥 is 155 pounds and Bayleaf is 35. That's like a lightweight MMA fighter getting slammed by a baby pig, bruh. But shit, like, it was only 2v2. Ash ain't take no shortcuts. Pikachu disaster class, but Bayleaf masterclass. Chuck was pretty cheeks though. 7 out of 10. What we thinking, Mickey?
Oh boy! Ash worked hard with that Bayleaf and showed some real strategy. I'd say he earned that Storm badge fair and square, so he can stay away from the clubhouse this time.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I started this one on some dumb shit, bro. He saw a big ass Wobbuffet with some text that said, hey, whoever puts their Pokemon here will win their next battle. My guy just said bet and put the rat right on it, and what do you know? It's a motherfucking Team Rocket trap. Nah, no way. Wobbuffet starts doing the dash, then suddenly, yeah, Steelix pulled up with none other than Jasmine. Jasmine, the Steel Pokemon gym leader. Jasmine prefers simple attire and has a personality almost as solid as her Steelix. A natural beauty to say the least. They think he the shorty Dex. So anyways, Jasmine takes care of business, rescues the rat, and in typical fashion, it's now time for the battle. Another 2v2, which I'm starting to take notice of. What happened to drop this shit from 3 to 2? I'm on to y'all. Also, to bring you up to speed, this is Ash's second run-in at the gym. The first time he got played by Jasmine's apprentice was pretending to be her by using an ox whom she covered in wax to make water resistant. Yes, that makes as little sense to me as it does to y'all. The reason why they detoured and came back is because Jasmine had an ill Ampharos, and Ash and them offered to get the medicine for her. So anyways, we start off with Magnemite versus Pikachu, and it becomes pretty obvious that this is a speed battle. With both of these motherfuckers dodging each other all battle. I'm here waiting for one of them to bust a move, and I got nothing until Magnemite finally used Yeah, bro, wrap it up. Yeah, needless to say, my man got packed. But he was the appetizer anyways. Now it was time for the real demon. So basically, Pikachu goes into his Thunderbolt and just juices himself out. But you know, ground type, so nothing happens. And then, Pikachu just tries over and over again to quick attack. And I'm realizing, I ain't gonna lie, Pikachu was the worst option to go with. None of bro's moves are doing anything. So then, as a result, yeah, bro. But now it's time for the main demon, Cyndaquil. This shit should be barbecue chicken. Cyndaquil starts with Flamethrower, and Steamblix responds with a Sandstorm to block that shit, and then he dug underground. Ash is able to get Cyndaquil to dodge that shit before hugging a follow-up Iron Tail. They end up running the sequence again, but this time on the Iron Tail, my man Flamethrowers the wall to protect himself from the shot. I ain't gonna lie, that's a W move, no cap. Then my man starts hiding in the holes like Whack-A-Mole, and starts sneakily Flamethrowing the Steelix. This shit works for a bit, but Cyndaquil ends up getting smacked against the wall, and at this point I'm thinking, hold on, is my guy about to evolve? Hell nah. Steelix goes into another Sandstorm and Cyndaquil goes into another Flamethrower, but this time, he just does it so long, so persistently, that the Sandstorm turns into a motherfucking Fire Spin. And this dumbass snake spins himself into a KO. Not gonna lie, fair and square, did what he was supposed to do, but he just lacks some sauce, you know? I never really thought bro was gonna lose for real. I ain't gonna hate though. 8 out of 10. Mickey, what are you saying?
Oh boy! Ash started strong with Magnemite, but Steelix gave Pikachu a tough time. Cyndaquil really shined with that surprise attack. Ash earned that victory fair and square, so he can stay away from the clubhouse this time.
Hey man, you heard the mouse. Alright, so as they pull up to Pryce's gym, his wife let him know that bro was in the waterfalls or something, meditating or some other old head shit. So they head over there and find him posted. Nah, he really showering and thinking this shit. What your freak ass thinking about? After some back and forth, Pryce decides to let his 80-year-old balls hang a bit. It basically says, listen here, young bull. If you can be my dugong in this battle right here, right now, I'll give you the badge on the spot. And I'm like, here we go. This is what I like. Finally, some Mickey shit. Let's get it. Ash, who we using? Pikachu? Bayleaf?
I choose you!
Did this nigga just send out a ground type? You trash ass YNs need to learn to leave me the fuck alone. And don't try chasing me after either, bitch. So obviously he chases after him, and you know what they say. Curiosity killed the cat, but in this case, curiosity got the trainer and the gym leader to fall off a cliff at the hands of Team Rocket. So after thinking they were about to die for like 0.1 seconds, Ash got his knocked out to save Pryce and used Totodil's water gun to cushion the fall all the way down to the bottom. But at what cost, bro? Your croc is dead. You already know Team Rocket was cheesed, like, nah, we killed them. This was your fault, knuckleheads. Now we'll never get the Twerps Pikachu. So Pryce was on his botanical magical shit and gave Totodile some of that good green. Shit had to be laced with something because my guy was tweaking. I can't lie, he mad cute with it though. I'm not gonna lie, my ass might need one for real. Meanwhile, we get Pryce's shot at giving us the scoop on why Unk is always so crabby. Oh, well, you know, Pryce used to be as bright as a sunflower on a summer day, but now they call him Icy Pryce. Now hold on, if all it took was being a dickhead for niggas to call me Icy Weazy, I'd be public enemy #1. Anyways, she continues to talk about a pilot line that Pryce loved to death as he was growing up. They became a famous duo for having been undefeated. That is until they came across this trainer with a Magmar, and we know what time it is when a fire type meets an ice type. You ain't even gotta know Pokemon for that, bro. Just take a look at the glaciers. My son Pryce was so stressed about this oncoming fire blast that he dead jumped in front of the pilot swine and got both their asses sent to the ER. Come on, bro. I know it's super effective, but it's just a battle, gang. Imagine you just take a fire blast for your mom. Damn near took a bullet for your mans. Y'all both in the ER, like, damn, we gotta spin back on that nigga. And your boy dead ups and leaves. Bro, the pilot swine left his ass in the cold. Had Pryce crying on his knees. And that's when I decided I'd never love a Pokemon again. Shit, with trauma like that, I'ma let it slide. As Ash and Pryce are looking for a way out of this ditch, they come across this icy looking room. They look around a bit and they find, oh, nah. Nah, but Pilot Swan was dead ass there chilling. No pun intended. Shut your bitch ass up. And Ash peeped that he had a little herb in his hands, and they came to the conclusion that the man went out to find this burn remedy and ended up in this sticky situation. That theory was enough for Pryce, and after some thawing and shocking, Pilot Swine came back. It was a little shaken up though, so Pryce had him use rest to heal back up. Not gonna lie, bro had rest this whole time. Y'all about 40 years late on this shit, but whatever works. But boom, now Gramps got his ace. Let's get to this battle. 2v2 on this icy ass arena. So Dugong is sent by Pryce, and I'm already thinking, okay, it's gotta be Pikachu this time, right? But Ash looks at his type chart less than I looked at my reading, so he sent out Cyndaquil. So they go back and forth a little bit, but Dugong had the upper hand due to its ability to being able to go into the water. So Ash gets annoyed at this, right? So he sends Cyndaquil to chase after him. Pryce takes this opportunity to get Dugong to close in with Headbutt. Ash bides his time until he gets super close before hitting him with a Swift that knocked him off the wall. Then following up with a Flamethrower. Don't ask me how, but this should actually work. 1 down, 1 to go, and out comes Piloswine. And very expectedly, within a blizzard and a takedown, Cyndaquil got knocked out cold before it knew what was happening. Shit was so cold that it turned the whole arena to ice. So now Ash goes ahead and sends out Pikachu, and the battle goes something like this. Pikachu tries to use agility, but he slips around the ice too much. Piloswine dogpiles him a little bit before blizzarding, and Ash tries to close in and thunder. And this is where I really deepen. These electric types ain't gonna do shit to this ground type. What the hell are we cooking? But hey, it's time for a certified Ash moment, and my guy basically asks Pikachu to bounce and slam into all of these pillars to dodge attacks before slipping underneath Piloswine to land a point-blank thunder. Let's call a spade, bro. This shit is kinda violatory, and I'm still on your ass. How did this shit do damage? Pryce Loki feeling the pressure, and he has Piloswine heal up with rest. And I said, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro, this is kinda sad. Pikachu tries to come in for a second round, but Piloswine is just a little too dazed. He comes in for another Thunderbolt, but as Brock says gracefully,
It's not doing anything!
so Ash just continues to brute force it until eventually some ice cracks below Piloswine, causing him to get wet, and Pikachu took advantage to hit a super vulnerable Thunderbolt. But even then, my people, Piloswine just gives a battle roll and Fury attacks the Pikachu back. This shit gets so bad that Pikachu is literally in the red. But as Ash is about to instruct what's probably gonna be the last attack,
Hold it!
get the fuck out of here, bro. What happened? Why did he do this?
Piloswine has had enough.
You're lying! What the fuck are we talking about? Am I the only one tripping?
No way this counts as a true win. Verdict: Clubhouse bound. Ha ha! ha!
This why I always fuck with this nigga in the big ass ears he got, bro. This nigga can hear my thoughts and shit. Think with this what you will, bro. I'm gonna give this shit a fucking 0, bro. Let's get to the finale. So Clair is the gym leader and a dragon tamer who they find doing some research on 𝙏𝙖𝙥 at a lake. Ash introduces himself, she introduces herself, and Brock introduces himself.
Since everyone else calls me Brock, you can just call me your boyfriend.
Clair then dips talking about 𝙏𝙖𝙥's great migration or some shit. And before they can process what's going on, this old head pulls up on some bullshit. Gramps, are you okay? I guess you could say I'm in one piece. Get it? Peace sign. Get it, guys? Alright, bro. Gramps might be off his rocker, but he does have something cool in his possession. A dragon fang, which protecting is part of his job at the Blackthorn City gym. Apparently, the fang belonged to an ancient dragon that the first ever gym leader defeated and has been passed down ever since through the ages. And today is apparently the purification ritual, which is a super big deal for every gym leader. The problem here is that Clair really don't give a damn because 𝙏𝙖𝙥 is shedding skin today and that needs more of her attention and protection. Clearly a lot is going on, so Ash concedes that it's probably a bad time for a gym battle and is willing to wait it out. As they're on this side mission, they find out that even Lance used to train at Blackthorn. So fast forwarding a bit, they run up this thing with 𝙏𝙖𝙥, it then evolves, they then take care of Team Rocket, they do the purification ritual, and Clair finally agrees to battle. So let's get cooking. Clair sends out 𝙏𝙥 and Ash sends out Pikachu. Pikachu hits a Thunderbolt, but Oma, it's not super effective, what happened? And Oma, he used Twister, what the fuck is this for nonsense?
How'd it use a dragon type attack?
Ash, why are we surprised? This is like the whole point. Anyways, Misty and Brock are like, hey bruh, sub him out. This Kingdra different. And that's what bro did. And sent out Noctowl instead. A bit more of a neutral matchup. Noctowl used Confusion on Kingdra and managed to pull it out of the water before sending it packing. And look what Clair got Kingdra to. Seem familiar? That's right, there's an Ash Ketchum playbook now apparently, and niggas are catching on. So Ash continues to get wolfed by Kingdra until eventually an alarm goes off. Reason being, Team Rocket have stolen the said Dragon Fang from earlier and now booking it out of here. This essentially halts the battle completely and everyone starts putting their efforts towards chasing after them. Up ahead, Team Rocket end up finding themselves at the Dragon Holy Land, which inhabits none other than this big ass Dragonite, my favorite Pokemon by the way, and Meowth has a stroke of genius to deal with the gang chasing after them.
Hey Dragonite, a bunch of evil thieves are trying to take our precious Dragon Fang from us. Would you be so kind as to protect us?
And that big ass dragon ate that shit up. And then, as expected, as soon as the heroes showed up, Dragonite started hyper beaming them. Clair explains to them that this Dragonite happens to be the first Blackthorn City gym leader's mom. And then, I ain't gonna lie, a bunch of bullshit happens. Charizard pulls up with Liza, these three have a moment, Liza asks who won their battle, and Ash really had the shamelessness to say,
No one.
yo ass was losing! Dragonite gets his kindness taken advantage of and even feeds Team Rocket some delicious fruit. It turns out he brought them to the Dragon Shrine, which hosts the prayer flame, which has been burning for 500 years. Team Rocket sees this as a money potential, typical, and in the process fumble the goblet and light the whole sacred land on fire, which is just stupid enough for Dragonite to cut off his allegiance and turn on them. So much so that he starts chasing and terrorizing them until they eventually use a Wobbuffet Mirror Coat and send that shit back. Afterwards, the gang pulls up and subdue Dragonite temporarily before Charizard and Dragonite hit a devious stare down. Shit, I can't blame them. Last time bro saw a Dragonite, he got sunned. Dragonite continues his rampage against the entire gang, and Charizard and Dragonite start just showing us pure cinema. Clair's Dragonair had to step in too, but hey, let's just say shit was still getting shiesty. Even look, when Ash instructs that signature broken ass seismic toss move, shit was not sweet. Now, this nigga really 0-2 against Dragonites, brother. I am sick. I knew shit was getting tragic when the writers started cooking nonsense. Like, do you really mean to tell me the only option was for Dragonair to
Call in some thundercloud.
What move is that? Rain dance? Thunder? Clair, be more specific. No matter what these three did, nothing worked until finally his outrage ended. Yeah, man. Turns out all this terrorism was just because bro used outrage. But once he comes to and realizes the damage he's done, my guy starts tearing up. This is why he's my favorite, bro. Like, he a killer, but he really a softie on the inside, bro. I can really relate to bro, like tall, like a little cutie pie, but I really crash out on a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't try and test me. Anyways, yada yada yada, they lived happily ever after. Let's get this fucking rematch, man. So Kingdra comes out and Ash opts for Snorlax this time. Don't ask me what he got, bro, but let's just go on this Kanto run. I didn't want to say it, but we all know this Johto team was buns. Stop it. But Snorlax is struggling against that water advantage. They end up just taking hella hits from Kingdra by either eating them or dodging them until they got too tired. Then my guy walloped him with an ice punch. Shit, fair play. Next up is Gyarados. Snorlax and Gyarados trade some beams, but Snorlax ends up getting paralyzed by Dragon Breath and then destroyed by Hyper Beam. Shit, bro, this is the 8th battle, you feel me? So Pikachu is sent out in retaliation. Pikachu keeps dodging its bite attacks, but then Gyarados corners him and tries to Hydro Pump, but Ash decided to lock in and got Pikachu to agility on the Hydro Pump, then Thunderbolt the Gyarados. Wait, have I seen this shit before? Nah, this Ash playbook is deeper than I thought. Alright, so Dragonair is sent out next, and after weaving through Pikachu's Thunderbolts, he Hyper Beams Pikachu point blank and releases Schmack. Bro, the power of revenge kills in this anime really need to be studied. That shit is a knockout every single time. But now this sets the stage for the final matchup. The final showdown separating Ash and his final badge. Charizard versus Dragonair. Charizard flamethrowers and Dragonair dodges underwater before sending a Dragon Rage. That shit hits the ground. A beam clash with flamethrower. As Dragonair hides underwater, Ash gets Charizard to fire spin the water to evaporate all of it. Thinking he's exposed, Charizard flamethrowers the Dragonair before being guarded by Safeguard. These guys end up having a super intricate battle of weaving, countering, blocking until the final climax. Dragonair Dragon Tail. Charizard grabs it and goes for the seismic toss. Dragonair counters the counter by Dragon Raging the flight pattern. Charizard then counters that by putting a layer of fire spin over top of that. At this point, I won't hold you. I don't really know the logistics of who takes the damage here, but Ash says, fuck it, and gets him to slam into the ground. And G. All wrapped up, the man gets his gym badge. Took 2 tries, impressive battle performance though. Straight can't to win this gym, but I'm just happy he got his 8th. You know what I'm saying? 9 out of 10. Any last words, Mickey?
No Mickey Mouse business here. Ash earns that badge fair and square. Don't forget to help Weazy out by liking the vid and subscribing. Until next time, so long, folks.
I hate a privileged rapper who don't even know what it takes. The diamonds they hit like a rainbow, that's cause the necklace of Frank.